Little People, Big World's Matt Caryn make giant announcement to the Roloff family. In a surprise turn that has left fans buzzing, Little People, Big World stars Matt Roloff and Caryn Chandler made a giant announcement to the Roloff family, one that has major implications for the future of the show, the family dynamic, and the Roloff farm's legacy. After years of speculation, slow developments, and family tensions, the couple finally made a move that no one saw coming: a history of change. To understand the magnitude of this announcement, it's essential to look back at the journey Matt and Caryn have taken both individually and as a couple. Matt Roloff, patriarch of the Roloff family, has been a central figure on TLC's Little People, Big World since its debut in 2006. He and ex-wife Amy Roloff share the ups and downs of raising 4 children: Jeremy, Zach, Molly, and Jacob, on the iconic Roloff Farms in Hillsboro, Oregon. Caryn Chandler, formerly a longtime employee and manager at Roloff Farms, began dating Matt after his split from Amy. While her presence in the Roloff universe initially sparked controversy and tension, especially with Amy, Caryn has gradually become an integral part of the Roloff narrative. The two have now been together for several years and have navigated family drama, evolving farm responsibilities, and future planning under the public's watchful eye. The tension leading up to the announcement. Over recent seasons, a central storyline has been Matt's management of Roloff Farms. After years of speculation about whether Zach or Jeremy would take over operations, things took a contentious turn when negotiations between Matt and his sons fell through. Zach, in particular, expressed disappointment and frustration that he was unable to buy a portion of the farm, a moment that caused a rift between father and son. Meanwhile, Matt made significant changes to the property, turning it into more of a business venture than a family farm, including short-term rentals, events, and even pumpkin festival attractions. With no clear successor from within the family and ongoing tensions between Matt and his kids, many fans wondered what the future held for the farm and for Matt and Caryn as a couple. The big reveal. On a recent episode of Little People, Big World, Matt and Caryn gathered the family for what was clearly going to be an emotional conversation. In the living room of the farmhouse, with cameras rolling and expressions of curiosity and concern across the faces of Amy, Zach, Tori, and others, Matt took a deep breath and made the announcement. He and Caryn are officially engaged, and they're planning to relocate full-time to Arizona. The room fell silent for a moment before the responses came flooding in. Shock, tears, congratulations, and a mix of bittersweet emotions. After years of dating and sidestepping questions about marriage, Matt and Caryn are finally making it official. But the decision to move away from Oregon and from Roloff Farms adds a layer of complexity that affects everyone involved. Why Arizona? Fans of the show know that Matt and Caryn have long maintained a vacation home in Surprise, Arizona. Over the past few years, they've spent more and more time there, often sharing photos of poolside relaxation, golfing excursions, and sunny desert landscapes far from the rainy Oregon weather. In interviews, Matt has openly discussed how much better the climate is for his health, given his physical condition. Caryn, too, has expressed her love for the Arizona lifestyle and its slower pace, but many fans assumed it was just a seasonal escape, not a permanent plan. According to Matt, the decision wasn't made lightly. "We've been thinking about this for a long time," he said on the show. "Arizona feels like home now. It's where we feel at peace, where we can focus on ourselves and this next chapter of our life together." Caryn added, "We're not abandoning anyone. We'll still visit, but we need to live our lives too." How the Roloff family reacted. Reactions were mixed and deeply emotional. Amy, Matt's ex-wife, showed support but also seemed caught off guard. "I'm happy for them," she said in a confessional interview, "but it does bring up a lot of memories and feelings. This place, Roloff Farms, used to be the center of our family. Seeing it evolve like this is strange." Zach and Tori, who have already decided to carve their own path away from the farm, congratulated the couple but later admitted they were concerned about what this meant for family gatherings, holidays, and the future of the farm property. Jacob, the youngest Roloff, who has been more involved in the farm's physical upkeep in recent years, seemed the least surprised. "I've known for a while this was coming," he said. "Dad's been hinting at this forever. I'm happy for them. But it means big changes." What happens to Roloff Farms? Perhaps the biggest question on everyone's mind, what happens to Roloff Farms? Matt clarified during the episode that the farm will not be sold entirely, but that he's planning to split his time for now, while gradually turning over more responsibility to others. The short-term rental aspect will continue, and there are ongoing conversations about how the family can stay involved if they choose. "I'm not walking away from the farm completely," Matt said, "but I'm scaling back. It's time." Some fans speculate that Jacob might eventually take on a larger role, especially given his recent involvement. Others wonder if this signals the end of the Roloff family's direct involvement and the beginning of a more commercial phase for the property. Fan reactions. The fan base has had a lot to say about this development. On social media platforms like Reddit and Instagram, LPBW fans are divided. Some see the engagement and move as a long overdue celebration of love and personal growth, while others worry it marks the end of the original heart of the show. One commenter wrote, "I'm so happy for Matt and Caryn. They've put in the work and deserve to be happy. Arizona sounds perfect for them." Another said, "This feels like the final nail in the coffin for the Roloff family farm era. So sad to see it fade away." Still, many viewers commend Matt for finally making a choice that prioritizes his well-being after years of hard work, family negotiations. A new chapter. While the move to Arizona and the engagement signal major changes, it doesn't mean Matt and Caryn are disappearing from Little People Big World just yet. TLC has not confirmed whether the couple's new chapter will be documented in future episodes, but fans hope to see glimpses of the wedding planning, relocation process, and continued family interaction. Matt ended the episode with a heartfelt statement, "The farm will always be a part of me. But now, I want to build a life with Caryn, on our own terms. That's what this is all about." Caryn chimed in, "We're excited, nervous but excited. It's time." Looking ahead. The announcement has undoubtedly shifted the landscape of Little People Big World. Whether this means the end of the farm's central role on the show, or simply a new beginning for Matt and Caryn, remains to be seen. What's certain is that the Roloff family is evolving, and viewers will be watching closely to see what happens next. As the series continues to chronicle the complexities of growing up, growing older, and growing apart, this latest development is a reminder that life moves forward. And sometimes, happiness means letting go of the past to embrace a future full of possibilities. Little People Big World's Matt Caryn make giant announcement to the Roloff family. Matt Roloff, the patriarch of the long-running TLC reality show Little People Big World, is no stranger to controversy. Over the years, viewers have watched the highs and lows of the Roloff family unfold against the scenic backdrop of Roloff Farms in Oregon. But Matt's most recent farm-related decision has ignited a firestorm among fans, many of whom are calling it his most selfish move yet. The history of Roloff Farms, more than just land. Since Little People Big World premiered in 2006, Roloff Farms has symbolized much more than a business or a piece of land. To fans and the Roloff children alike, the farm represented legacy, tradition, and family unity. The 100-acre property with its whimsical pumpkin patch, rustic barns, and custom-built features designed for little people was a labor of love, especially for Matt, who poured decades of work into transforming the land. The farm became a character in itself on the show, a place where birthdays were celebrated, relationships bloomed and withered, and countless family milestones were marked. Over time, it was widely assumed that one of Matt's children would eventually take over the farm and keep the family dream alive. A family divided over inheritance. But as seasons went on, it became clear that succession planning for the farm was fraught with tension. Matt's twin sons, Zach and Jeremy, both expressed interest in owning part of the property. However, in 2022, both admitted that negotiations with their father had broken down. Zach, in particular, was candid about the strained conversations with his father, calling the process incredibly frustrating. Fans were shocked when Zach and his wife Tori decided to move away from Oregon to Washington State, signaling that any hopes of him taking over the farm were dashed. Jeremy too pursued other dreams, launching his own family ventures and moving elsewhere. Meanwhile, Matt retained control of the property and started exploring other options, namely selling part of the land to outside buyers. The controversial decision. In a move that fans are now labeling selfish, Matt announced he was placing a significant portion of Roloff Farms up for sale in 2022. He initially listed a 16-acre parcel for $4 million, citing the difficulty of dividing the land among his children and the need to downsize. That decision did not go over well with longtime viewers of the show. Many felt betrayed by what they perceived as Matt putting profit before family. The backlash was swift and vocal across social media. Matt always said this farm was for the kids, for the next generation. Now he's selling it to strangers? It feels like a slap in the face, one fan wrote on Reddit.